Okay, let's see what's going to start today. All right. Let me get something started. Okay, let's get started. Yeah. That's because the Ethernet people in this apartment is like it's hot. So yeah. All right, you guys. Whoa, these things are explosive. I have something for you today. Let's get started. So I want to talk about how to regrow limbs. I want to talk about how to regrow limbs. So let's get started. Abrakas Arunwa, I want you to seal that. And then I know you're watching me. When you go here, use the speech. So they're not bringing magic from your or environment from your planet to my planet through the computer and the electrical system there. Hi guys, it's Professional High Priestess. Today I wanted to do like a really quick overview of like how to regrow limbs. And this is for people who are working in the medical setting, prosthetic setting, etc. And you're dealing with a situation right now wherein people are going through like amputations unnecessarily, and the frequency is so irregular that it's invoked a specific commission on the federal level. Anybody that needs to go through an amputation, it gets sent to us, and then we figure out what's going on in your local area. They pull up that court docket that I gave you guys. It's PIU number 1031097. And then I have a police report from SFPD that I'm trying to pull up and get a copy of. But I believe I have the case number because I have the officer that took the report. So that's fine. So what's going to end up, thank you so much. So what's going to end up happening here is when you go ahead and you're in the medical system and those things are happening, they pull up all those things to make sure they're not targeting you, especially because of what has happened to two high priestesses who watch my channel. Hi. I tried to help them. One, their limbs started going back and they put her in the media and got her family stalked and harassed. I'm going to show you. Okay, here we go. So let me just go ahead and pull this up. If there are any technical difficulties, it's from the YouTube server itself, with somebody sitting in like their control room with the different like server buses, blasting like a radiation at like servers. But I think that that's neither here nor there. Proof. I'm just gonna go ahead and seal that in the Akasha. So okay, let's keep on going. So by now we know what's going on because of the on and off nature of the technology in regards to how the streaming is fine and then all of a sudden there's drama. And I feel like for some of you that have a problem with Black people not wanting to be around you at all, right? You should notice that the response that you're getting from the public at large that notice is very explosive and it's very corrosive, right? And etheric, and that's what you deserve. Thank you. I'm going to call that speech down right now, that magic. I'll call it from the Fire Ants. I'll call it from High Priestess Charizard. Her name is actually High Priestess Quasar Rinwa, the original High Priestess of Fire Warfare. And then also I'm going to call on this specific like demon substance, like where people that don't like leaving people alone, you start to invoke a specific DNA damage within yourself called the trisomy. And then that demon can like latch onto you like Gangler or Grangar or Grimer, right? Or Ghastly, right? Right. And then they can bind onto you and start to run your whole entire like reality. I'm going to give you guys all of that. So anyways, great. So I wanted to talk about some of the things that were going on in regarding women losing their limbs because of Kamala Harris and a few other people specifically targeting high priestesses, switching children and causing hella drama so they can go ahead and play with their DNA, Scott, and create a space where white bitches think that they're, or ear clunkless. Let's just call them ear clunklet, right? wherein your clunkla think that they're winning something because they are targeting high priestesses, young women, et cetera, starting shit. I do want to say two bitches at her school have died because of this nonsense, and they set it up the whole time because they paid somebody to like run into her. Okay, let me go ahead and show you guys this. Approve my image, like in real time. Thank you. All right, let's see. All right, so here we have Miss Janae. Hi, Janae. Miss Janae Edmondson. Yeah, she was volleyball player, jealousy and nonsense, double amputation. You have to cut it all the way up above the leg though, so that way they can't regrow it. Because I know that black bitch is coming with all that. Why are we doing this en masse? So that they can make money off of that racket, and then so they can use your limbs, your hand or your arm that's removed from your body physically, but still there etherically to play in space. Oh, well, I thought if you cut off her legs, we can walk in out of her planet. Okay, that didn't work. See if maybe you can cut off her arms. But we did that to the mother. Okay, that one didn't work. Try that baby though. Just say that she got an infection or something. Thank you, Carmela. And this high priestess right here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And my thing is, she didn't go into septic shock. They basically put in her saline solution bag, Xiong water. Now, one of the things that is going on here is why don't they have the drugs in the first place that could have prevented her infection? And then on top of that, who's your trauma team to have a lot of that in the first place? Because you have like there's certain things now where you can like stop, you can shock the body, stop and stabilize it, and then you can give her a supplement that will rapidly rebuild the osteomes, aka the bone structure, because the bones have like 3 backup databases for like stuff like this. So when I got hit by a car, like I broke my 5th metatarsal, I did dislocate like my shoulder and then my hip too. So what ended up happening, there was like a hip fracture, a pelvic like hip fracture, but it healed through calcium. And that's how my foot healed too, because my podiatrist called the police and said, did this lady get hit by a car or are you like setting up a court case? Because she said, how did she heal in 3 weeks? She broke her foot in half. Right. Thank you. High priestess, she's like an Indian lady from Pleasanton. That's where my doctor was, in Pleasanton. So anyways, and she's from Pleasanton, Texas. Hi, high priestess. And it's like she's Indian, Desi. So what's gonna end up happening is, and her baby daddy was involved because of cartel nonsense, because of what happened with Esla Blon and them and Cardi, and getting paid cartel to date her and start shit, wherein her mate ended up getting put in jail. And then they took that little baby that she has and then switched the baby at birth with specific, yeah, she's gorgeous. You could really just leave me alone. I'm just working on my, yeah. And this is the type of shit, disgusting, delusional nonsense that got started to reality simulation. Right. Now you see why I'm getting stalked and harassed. So what we're gonna go ahead and do for this high priestess is I'm going to go ahead and show you in real time how you do this, give you guys a specific like regimen, and then I'm gonna put you guys to a high priest. And then Johnny Kiongo is going to come up again in this in regards to eating and drinking certain probiotics and portal functions and bacteria that are carrying pathogens, where they say, oh, you have to get it or it's going to spread. Why can't you just strip my blood with carbon? Oops, oops. Why don't you fill up a saline solution bag with carbon? Oops, because carbon helps rebuild blood anyways, right? So this blood science is another trying to hide. And you want to know how I came into this blood science? It's like I had a really harsh period, and I was like I wasn't depressed, but my daddy noticed like something was wrong because I wouldn't get out of bed. I was eating all day, like and going back to sleep, and I was feeling like really annoyed. And it was going on for like a couple of weeks, and I was like, "What is this?" And my period was super crazy, but I got put on punishment because something happened with my daughter, and my higher self was like, "Oh, you're allowing my child to be misbehaving," so she put me on my period for 2 weeks. That's not a discussion, but I drew this, like I painted this out. And just like the color spectrum and like being so detailed, it like helped me because I felt like I was dying. So that's how I came to this like blood science. I was like, oh, there's something else going on here with my blood too. Like Because when she hit me with that, it's like you will go through pain and know yourself, and you will know the root of your drama. And then like there's like something where that magic tried to close a specific portal that a lot of women have, which is why we have periods in the first place. Because in space you don't have a period. Why? Because you're not performing acts of twilight. So now that's how I came into this blood science awareness. And then also remember having hella blood magic done on me, like Stephanie, oh, we did so much magic on her, she may end up dying, but I'm still right here. And that's why you have lupus and HIV and AIDS and 3 other diseases that they can't classify, which is why they keep on sending you to different like hospitals, right? Right. I really like his, yeah. And look at that prosthetic, right? So now the way in which that this can work, right? Yeah. But in this prosthetic, you guys are like, okay, can he use his limbs and stuff like that? That's where I come in, right? And this is where John Amanam comes in with like another level of work that he's doing behind the scenes that we're not able to do until this completely stops. Wherein we can actually like configure your whole entire like electrical component system, your nerves, bring in muscle tissue, bring in bone by using 3 types of speech that I'm going to show you. Right. And the chemical to be able to regrow your limbs, they have it. They're just using it to try to make white women second and third bodies of black women. Like, okay, but without color though. Because I want to see like, I feel like it should just be without color because we're better. And why do we need their bodies? And then, yeah, we don't need the color. Just take the body and then do this. And we're the priestess now. Fine. This is the regimen that I have for her. So first, when I just assessed her, I was like, they're not going to sacrifice the sister because they put her also in that technology for conflict spells. With the baby going back and forth, it's already done. The cartel knows what that baby is. They're just waiting for Martha Jimenez to stop because she did that. So what's going to end up happening is the first thing is nutrition. There's 3 supplements to take. Thank you. Carbon, magnesium. It's carbon, magnesium, and then there's something that you put on your water. Spell on your water. And this spell is saying that, oh, your body's going through like a crazy process, like birthing and things like that. Here, let me help you by expanding like portal functions in my database that will allow you to carry more of what you need to regrow, right? And that's how you can get something where like my hair chopped like an inch last week because they put some chemical in the sky for black women. And now my hair is like banging this week. I'm like, oh, okay, whoa, bitch, I got hair. So anyways, so then what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go and they also put time loops. Like you guys know, after you get your amputation, it's something called like cauterizing, where they basically like try to like cut off the blood supply. They just basically send like a message into like your database, like, oh, there's no need for a blood supply here. But the blood supply just stops going physically and it starts going to your etheric form, right? So, okay. So that's a speech. There's 2 speech for redeveloping blood. Thank you. And then there's also something that I'm building out, like where I can put you like in a tub of water, right? Or like you can get like one of those like hi 11, right? Right. Like I was like, oh shit, they're playing with magic. I couldn't even watch that Stranger Things. I'm sorry. 11, I fuck with you. But real talk, I just could not watch that. It was too traumatizing. And that Upside Down, I know a bitch that lives there and she's in Oakland. And I said, oh, you're not about to pull me into this. Right. So, right. Just starting way too much. I said, I know exactly what this is about. You're trying to set me up. I don't watch that shit. Please get out that show because they're using it to play with magic on you. Because when you got put into that water portal, remember you're Hebrew. So in the Hebrew mansion number 11, they snatched your body down and kept you in a pot of water to run the internet. I got into a pot of water. Like I used to go to like swimming or something like that. I went into like a pot of water. This was an ocean. Yeah, it wasn't St. Kitts. It was like Hawaii. It was a certain part of Hawaii. And then they like took like my a part of my energy field from the Hebrew mansion because I was wearing like a cheetah swimsuit. That was me in Hawaii. A lot of people got that photo because of the scenery. They took that, the cheetah stripes, because they took a picture of a high priestess in space, just like the jaguar behind me, that's really a high priest, and he killed everybody at Shein playing. That's why Shein's not making any money. Sorry, he's a high priest. They tied that high priestess, her divination channels, to the swimsuit, then tied it to the water. And then I was like running around Hawaii. That's how everyone can hear my voice. I was like, yeah, where am I? Thank you. And then what ended up happening was they snatched my body out. So I was like in a pot of water too, like, the fuck? So, ooh, that's public witchcraft, and that's really a sin. So two speech for developing your blood, and then there's one for increasing database capacity of water after it's in the body. All right. So the Chinamen, you thought that they were going to be playing with you like this. So, anyways, so now there's two flowers that I want to bring down and a jellyfish. Now I'm building out like this type of like three different devices where I can take like an old vending machine, just like the form. I can get those metals extended and you walk into like a machine and then you start getting blasted with like chemical frequencies, rays, all that type of stuff, epidote, which I'm going to bring in again. And then what ends up happening is your limbs start to regrow and you sit and you go back and forth from water to the machine to water to the machine. You can the machine can also just be right there with the water, because you guys know that they have these type of things like portable bathtubs. I will be calling a Pokemon now today. It's number 114. Thank you. She's just tired of it. Let's continue. So you get one of these, and then you can either the way that the machine can work is like you roll it over you, or you can roll into the machine based on what type of portable tub. They have these ones. I've showed you guys this before, because remember I had my sauna, right? Or you can sit in something like that, a sauna, all right? And then as the steam is changing you, as well as the chemicals that you can put in the sauna water. You could put a few chemicals in the sauna water, and it's like they're phytochemicals. And then as you're steaming, it's like the heat intelligence is like moving the development of your bones and everything faster. But what about the cauterizing and the sutures? It starts to unravel in an unravel, and then portal function, unravel, portal function to regrow your limbs. So, but then what I do though, before we even do that, right? Nutrition, all that, increasing capacity, epidote, we're gonna program 4 layers in the suture. Yeah, in the suture. And then in that suture, the cauterizing, those 4 layers is where we kind of add 2 of these, but also we add the functions for the twist out and then portal function, twist out, portal function, twist out, portal function. And that's why they're starting hella shit with Johnny Kiango, because this is one of his speeches for making yuzus and drinks and different things. That's why a lot of people try to copy Johnny. And they're getting their views manipulated and their subscriber count manipulated by YouTube, and they have no idea what they're doing. Trying to go to investor meetings with Johnny's recipes and starting shit. By the way, Johnny's going to start a dope soda or other company, and it's going to be called Johnny Pop. By the way, Johnny and Obi Pop, they're good friends. Where do you think they get their supply when you're starting? Oh yeah, ooh, thank you. So that's his speech, and I want to use Johnny's speech because I want to make some. I'm gonna make soju. So it's good soju. Yeah, some ladies you can't survive on soju. Well, you have food and I have soju. Yeah, that's true, but whatever. At least I have more rice. Well, yeah, that's you're Korean. So you got a good husband. He's part Japanese. Oh, there you go, right? It's like a joke, right? So, anyways, right, look at this portable bathtub. You can sit in one of these with the water and the concoction. Oh, look at this high priestess. We're calling her today. Good. She has, I can't be involved. Those talks are dishonorable. Don't get me involved. And as I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So, because this is functions that I'm typing out for this priestess. So then 4 layers in this suture to program functions, program dissolve. But as it dissolves, it has all stem cells in it, right? So then dissolve, program stem cells, program, and then for stem cells, why can't all of our cells be stem cells? They can. You can convert any of your cells to stem cells and then have be freeform. That's what it means to be freeform, meaning you can bypass molecular layers. That's just the high priestess. So that's one of the cards that I would program into any type of biotech platform. It'll just be the high priestess, and then the high priestess, and then it would be the high priestess, the star card, and then the Queen of Pentacles, meaning my earth intelligence is intact. So that's for you regrowing your limbs. I got you, sis. That's my baby, Janae. I got her. And she called me in her bedroom. I said, bitch, who did what in my headscarf? When I heard about this, they didn't know I saw this. They didn't know I saw this. It just came from the corner of my eye. I said, you did what? And I went and looked back at that story. I said, okay, thank you, Kamala. So anyways, right. So then High Priestess, the star card, Queen of Pentacles. And now, okay, so we're going to dissolve program, right? These are the functions for dissolving, programming stem cells, and then the regrowth. And then regrowth, right? So then after we do all that, okay, what about the bone marrow and stuff like that? And that's where this flower comes in, because she was trying to tell me somebody was playing with like that level by playing with my daughter in space. That's why I drew that flower, because that's her grandma. Like that's like a maroon, that's like the red like a flower lily, but her grandma who has like 18 petals, she is all about like rebuilding like your whole entire structure, because she's freeform. So that's the flower that I invoke for this high priestess. So it's the maroon azalea, a maroon lily in the AGX QPI key number, that's number 4 with the 6. In an instant, you will develop 16 portals that open on this database of liver, this database of digestive tract, this database of the enteric 1, database of enteric 3, 4, la 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 la, database of bone marrow, which is different than blood, because bone marrow creates blood, or does blood create bone marrow? Right, so all that's going to open, and then you will ground down your original form, because this brings down, her thing is also like memory warfare, Bitch, wait till I get on the computer coding, playing with her and be quiet, and I start taking your photo as an air clankla and showing good niggas what you look like in space. So so let's get started with that. So then another thing that I'm going to be bringing down here is like yeah, I thought I was dying listening to all kinds of like sad music, like and this jellyfish, she thought it was funny, like, oh, we'll be fine. I've done it too. So she's gonna come down, and her thing is all about molecular structures, and that's another thing that we're gonna program. But when we say molecular structures, molecular structure, and this is like the auntie, like I'm your mama's older sister. Like when she wants to go out and party and shake her ass with your daddy or not, I come to you, ask kids, don't touch that. That's for grown folks. Why you cigarette smoke? Go stand on the balcony. That's molecular structures. So then you molecular structures, call her in, and then she's gonna help rebuild that molecular structure, and then you bring her down. So the molecular structure is where you go in. Okay, 2 levels of your molecular structure have been like closed off because of the cauterizing. Because I was saying like, oh, we don't need these structures like physical limbs and stuff, like skin here don't need skin like that. But then it like creates a problem where in the skin cells start to like weasel back in on themselves, which is what you saw with this high priestess right here. Where's her story at? Yeah, I'm gonna just show you as she was like working. Whoa, per meal. Whoa. Anyways, so you see how like it's like this, like right here, it's like kind of jagged, even in the sutures. They did that on purpose, but that's actually better because she has more than enough skin to cover up like the whole entire process, and I can convert 3 layers of that skin, like a graft of it, and I can convert that to muscles. Or I can even take a graft, give some spells on it, which only I can do, and I can put that in the laboratory and turn those cells into stem cells specific to you to regrow all your limbs in like 2-3 days. So then, thank you so much. So then what we're gonna go ahead and do is we can also look at your skin, and then we can graft the skin around the growth. So as like you're sitting in the tub, you're feeling like your skin like pull out and then untwist and then pull, untwist and then pull with the portal function. And as it's coming out, I have like, it's like 8. It doesn't matter if you're my height. It's like 8. You open up. So you're saying untwist 1, 2, 3, and then pull 1, 2, 3, portal function, untwist 1, 2, 3, and then pull 1, 2, 3, untwist 1, 2, 3, and then pull another inch, untwist 1, 2, 3, and then pull another inch of bone. Okay, and marrow and electricity and conduction and all of that. So then what we're gonna go ahead and do is, right, and I only have like $1 to my name because I know about this. Okay, well, yeah, well, stop telling people it's about that. It's, thank you, keep the sneak. He's gonna walk again. And this one, I have another one, but that one is gonna be airplanes, trains, and automobiles. So I'm gonna stop everything until you stop, bitch. Playing with me, bitch. Working. Because you want to scream out your OnlyFans because you're hoeing. You better stop playing with me because Africans are going to watch this. Excuse me, please. I apologize for the unprofessional like communications. So let's continue here. So she's messy. Whoa. Now she's toxic. Now she's ratchet. Yeah, this high priest is not playing. He just doesn't want to be involved just yet. Well, I'm aquatic too. Right. And that's how it starts. Upload me to that database. Now starting drama. So, woo, she got her ass hit in that molecular layers. Yeah, she just like screaming. Ha! Ooh. Ooh, yeah, use her speech. You guys know exactly. And you see that 37? I'm here to play. She likes playing with demons that like get into your ears or your Azra band, which is your telepathic band if you're on Zorzite or aquatic, because you don't have telepathy unless you're from unless you have a specific type of body. Unless you have a specific type of body and Akasha, you don't have telepathy. So who's all running that bullshit? Now there's a master Akasha in every dimension for people that are playing with telepathy or different gifts and stuff like that, and they don't have them. Her, you're gonna go ahead and anybody that's playing with magic or sound magic, take her speech, and all day she'll be talking. Well, let me read out all your charges. Page 14. Yeah, yeah. Just go. Yeah. Should I talk louder? Yeah, whoa. Here it says, right, United States District Court of North Carolina, Jermaine and, right, page 8, right, whoa. Date injunction, whoa. Hood niggas in the government name, write it down. That's how she talks. Good, perfect. So, she's, I'm camouflaged for a reason. Whoa, exposed, 20,000 leagues under that sea. So we're gonna bring in, we're gonna go ahead and bring this frog. And I'm bringing this in for poison. Poison for people who are playing like that. Poison. There's three of those. Thank you. And then one of them is a force of physics poison for teleportation. One of them is for limb loss, like crazy gangrene. Like, whoa, she invented gangrene. That's actually my granny. I'll tell you this. I like to play, and well, I don't have kids yet. I'm like 12, but okay, yeah. Oh, and this poison just debilitates, like it's a debilitation of 3 specific organs that were in like 8 major like bodily functions of the core Earth's life. Her brain is carrying it. Yeah, yeah, like I like to play. Okay, mom. Yeah, I can study and work. Okay, yeah, yeah. And then now the whole thing is like turtle chips or what? Okay, because that's the deal that they make, like to play on the planet. Yeah, you can use my speech. What can I get? I'm telling you, HMR is done for. Oh, she's really not playing. This VV Kwai Kwai, we're gonna come back to that. Whoa, whoa, mom, baby, mom, left. Hi. And then Pumilio, whoa, that's seminal. Or Pumilio is like it's like Pumplaulio, Pumplaulio. And that's like a specific force of physics that you invoke when you want a bitch like actually dismembered by a hermit or magician. A hatchet. And then this Pumplaulio is actually tied with a specific plant, and they keep on tying that plant to specific stupid ass niggas that are doing coke, fentanyl, or if they get like coca or they get fentanyl or weed, and they tie it to them and turn them into hatchet, like hatchet masters. There you go. Yeah, and she's the one doing that had to come out, and she's the one creating that. Like now we have a federation. Now we're on Zorzai, right? You're hacking up priestesses and dropping their bodies in the water, then turning their bodies into like different like animated forms. Okay. Ooh, you better be careful. Thank you. Better be careful. And that floor, you better be careful. Thank you. So now, by the way, Fani, I guess like the DA's office. I know Fani doesn't watch my channel, but there's like 2 people from her office that watch my channel. Please let Fani know about that bitch from Florida and why she left Florida and what's going on in my channel and that Miami-Dade sheriff. Thank you. Her hand is in electrical conduction. So she is going to help you rebuild your nerves. Okay. So this is actually, she's a jellyfish. She's not a bubbler. She's like, they're on like a similar structure for what they can do. She's like not a bubbler. She's actually more of like a cephalopod too, a cephalopod. You're not a jellyfish or a cephalopod, a cephalopod. Cephalopod. Here I go with this cloud chasing. A cephalopod. So she has AGXQQX, AGXQQX, AGXQQX with a Q, with a Q. A GXQQ with, let me see, she's trying to figure out, there's like 4. And it's all AGXQQ4, and then this is for like rewiring, route wiring, like, oh, I'm back, right? We wiring blood flow, intelligence, and then also spiral formation of nerves and bone and muscle together, and then the etheric layers needed to rebuild. Okay. Okay, good. And we can just code all this into a biotech platform, and like you come to like a healing center, which we're gonna have two of these because the endowment owes me a bunch of money. So I said, okay, they have no money. Whatever they have in their bank account is mine, more than 300 million. And I'm taking two of their buildings so we can like start building these places out. People need like straight, like rapid help. Mhm. Ooh. And there's a lot of people that went to like the war and stuff like that. They purposely like set them up friendly fire. But who threw that like IUD thing at me? UID something at me. And that's why. And another thing is IUD, the one that you put in your like pussy like that. That's one of the chemical servers that they use to like make like an etheric photocopy of your uterus to try to then put it in their clunker and then track you. So for those of you guys trying to figure out which black and brown, IUD. Thank you. Right, goofy ass bitch. Oh, can I use this one too? Okay. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Look at her face. Who said I did it? Why are you looking at me? But I wasn't involved in. Oh. Whoa, yeah. Hi. Well, yeah, I know her. We track her to the planet. So she's on psychedelics all the time. Well, yeah, well, why? Hi. She's sitting right here by my head. Like, okay, so why are you playing with color spectrums and starting shit with my photos? Okay. I just wanted to be acknowledged. Okay, you're going to the trust center. Okay. She was like cooking and frying like as like meat. Because she was like playing with hot ass water. So, right. So then I'm gonna calm her down, this high priestess, but okay, good. She's the last priestess to get called down. And then there's something about a specific serpent that they try to use her image on that Kardashian stuff, please. But she's about to come down and like set hella people up for playing. So this one, her name is kind of long. But she has 8 portals in front of her name, and she will be called a Zwakratun Twire. I'm the high priestess that will originate any form that you need. So remember I told you they go play with the octopus or water? It's really her speech. The phytochemical doesn't do that. And this, it's not the phytochemical, it's the speech. The funny thing is she doesn't really have phytochemical capacity. It's really her speech. A lot of these plants on the flower, they don't make chemicals. It's just their speech. Thank you. So what's happening here? This high priestess walking tired here. Let me bring her down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Work. And then this is just work. Swark. Cup. Swart cup. Swart cup. Okay, so she's the one that does this portal function. So you pay attention to her formation, right? The way in which she flows out. I flow out and then boom, portal function. Another flower has a different type of speech base. Okay, I flow out, boom, portal function. She has another type of speech in her own database, but we're all on the same flower, the same like shared environment. So she's all about like creating forms and creating like databases as forms. Like as me as myself, I'm a database. And then my hair is a database, my hand is a database, but I'm a collective database, right? So you have to see yourself as that. And so when they're doing that, so we're gonna go ahead and invoke her. It's like 4 types of speech. Work. Yeah, and first is like the twist. It's like unravel, twist, cell programming, cellular programming, and then light programming. It's light, chemical, and water programming, light, chemical, and water, right? So I can like move you into like that machine where you just like sit in it. And then like some of you guys like just have your arm, like, okay, you could sit like in a tub, like put it in like a glass beaker, put it out, okay, it's exposed to the light, all that type of stuff. You can see it regrowing because the type of light. Stop the ether, the holographic reality of arm, the etheric reality. That's why some people be like, I can still feel my arm. Like it's like weird. And they give you like a pill for that. And the next thing you know, they're on their knee and you planet in the base of the chemical. So let me just So then what's gonna end up happening here, right? Starting shit. Yeah, Vicky beat her ass on the same day. This bitch, are you over here? Yeah, her speech, she's in the hexagon because she's starting too much. Okay, let's keep on going. Unravel twist, cellular life forces of physics. Mhm. And then we also have something right. So white people thought they were going to be going to space on our energy and our dime, literally, because how were they getting all that money through overlays that they put on the hood in your EBT card? And that they were going to be going in and out of space, raping people's kids, practicing pedophilia, and like bringing all this to the planet. Like, oh, look at where these great inventors. So people won't know that they're having sex with their mom and that's why they're abnormal. Let's use people of color in their speech, and then people will think that we're not stupid. So let me just hold this black tourmaline. Approved. Now, there's something about a high priestess coming close in her face, one of my higher selves, because she saw about this pink jellyfish. Whoa. And she wants to know who got that picture online. And this is what we keep on talking about, like exposing people's location and why you keep on getting shot at and exposing people's identity. So she's saying her location. Hold on, that's my Jamaica loved one. Whoa. Ain't no disrespect without retaliation, bitch. You're about to get clapped. And then another thing that she's about to do is, whoa, that's why you keep on getting shot at. So, whoa, another thing that we're going to do is we're going to get like force of physics. She has force of physics to bring down like memory, like, okay, like the memory of your body and your limbs and stuff like that. Like, oh, I'm like used to walking again. Like, what? Like stuff like that. Right. So that's how we're going to go ahead and do that. You'll probably be there for like 3 days. Like it's rapid. You'll just feel like a really crazy tingling sensation, like in your like limbs, like at your sutures, and it's gonna unravel. You won't see, it'll be like very like clear and translucent. You can see like your bone and stuff like that. Whoa. And then from there we can put on like we want to put you on the we'll put you on the prosthetic to create your form. And then this is where the prosthetic comes in with John Manan, because he has like a specific way that he designs them, which is super dope. Thank you. And there's an Asian man like looking at him online because they make like these like little weird things with Qiong and like, oh, here's your baby. It's like a doll. And then the baby's like body's inside the doll. It's like stinking and smelling. Like, how do I get my baby out of this stove? So Macabre, that's what they used to do. Macabre. And that's why that yokai man is trying to like stay up out of that, because that Macabre family, Tales of the Macabre, like from ancient Japan, they're current. They're the ones doing that. There's like a book. It's like 13 horror stories, 13 Japanese horror stories. Fuck, I can't find that book. I got it from like I had it. I got it from like a library. But those there, that's the Macabre. That's them. Yeah, especially the one with like the Japanese like flower, the Japanese cherry blossom. That's them. With oh, the wife that died and then the demon flew out of her body. That's yokai nonsense. They're talking about playing in people's cock. That Macabre family, that's what they do with people. That foot binding, that was all of them, and they're still around, right? So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we can use this, and then yeah, her this lily though, like I talked about the lake of flower lily. She's like they're like sisters, but it's their granny that carries this bitch, this black charm Asiatic lily. Now, the funny thing about this is I can use this to like regrow like bone marrow, but let me see. I can use this to grow, and it's Lily Beth Dingus that's doing that because I typed in Lily instead of Lily. And it's Lily doing that too. That's why I typed in Lily. They're both delusional. They're getting fired this week. So the Asiatic, right, because they're telling people, well, that's happening today because she's a sex worker. Yeah, but I've never seen a sex worker like that. So where should we doing sex work with? Oh, well, see, I have these photos. That's not sex work photos. You hacked their phone. Ah, ugly bitches running around with my photos, like naked photos that they got from my phone that I didn't send to anybody. They were for fitness purposes. I had them in my phone for 3 years before they got out to people. Okay. Well, it's not really about this. It's about the fact that what is it about? Like, what this is about since you're playing like that. People why they're getting amputated and hacked up and shit is going left in their life. So dirty, nasty, trifling ass bitches like you with mustaches and no pussy and a whole bunch of shit going on and filling up entire programs with niggas that you can try to like fuck on, right? Oh well, she just didn't make the cut. No, because you were gonna have sex with people. L. And then you're dismantling whole entire industries off of that. What you want in your pussy that you don't have. You want to tell people why this lady is missing her limbs? So we're gonna use the Asiatic Lily, there's three speech. And then from that, we can go ahead and like, the way that we program the bone marrow is pretty cool. And then that's basically like, the speech is like AGXQYZNI, AGXQQPI, and it'll be like a, okay, I can't like put that on here. There we go. And this, you're gonna start hella shit too. Thank you. Yania Yui? Yania Yui? That's what she looks like. And eating hella Pernil. That's not what it's about. That's what she looks like. That's not what it's about. Whoa, let me stop. Oh, oh, I'm so sorry. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Yanni and Huey. There we go. Why? So now, Zawai, yeah, whoa. That means I'm really about to hit your ass up. Zawai, yeah. So then it's gonna be AGX to AGX4 with a 9, AGX4 with a 9, 6 with a 7, and then 9 with a 3. Okay, cool. So that one is saying that in an instant, you're going to invoke a specific intelligence of the Iggy area analysis in order to invoke 3 specific functions in the neuron that trigger the growth of 3 levels of osteon, the outer level of the bone, 3 levels of calcium that keep pumping the growth of the osteon, and then also 1 layer of muscle outside of that. And then it's like she like tears it like down. And 6 7 is like, okay, muscles, and then 9-3 is like the electrical conduction system too, like it within the bone marrow. So you program the bone marrow, and then she flows out like that. Like that. And then you get like with your fingers, it's like more like like that. And then basically I'm just speaking like water. It's like how the portals should go, like in terms of like it's open, closed, free form, that type of thing, right? So like when you get to the fingers, yeah, like that. And then nails like the same thing. This is actually the easiest part with the nails. So from there, okay, good. That's what we're gonna do. You can put something too in the nails, because remember they're connected to like your liver, like your nails growth is connected to your liver. That's how you know if your liver is not doing well, or somebody's doing liver math, your nails. And then there's somebody that, you know, like her nails right through the middle, Shantae, because she's playing with people like that with magic from space, honeybee, feeding people nonsense. So thank you. Thank you. Demarcation of a demon. Write that book. Some okay. So that's what we have. So I'm gonna go ahead and send this to John Amanum. I've made contact with him on LinkedIn. I'm just gonna send him this video and send him this and like, oh, let me know when you're ready to work. But I don't know, like, when are we ready to work? Yeah, money, right? Where's all your money at? People has tried to give me money. Uh, Hennessy tried to give me money. She's about to beat Cardi's ass again. Quavo tried to give me money. T Grizzly tried to give me money. As LeBlanc and Jesus, my brother Jesus, Adelaide and all of them, and Christian, they try to give me dollars. They were the money they block shop every day. I haven't gotten a payment on any of my platforms in months. Oh, okay, don't tell people that's not what we're really like doing here. What are we doing? We just thought like black men wanted different mates. So you amputated his daughter's arm and then came in and said, oh, now we're mates. Well, just come back 2 days for your appointment. Why have a for 2 days, or why do I have to come alone? Well, and why are you opening your legs, and why are you wearing a dress? And like, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for my daughter. Oh, well, we just thought different mates. Okay. This one's commands because a lot of these chemicals that are like they come from like stars, but it's okay because every nigga is a star. Yeah. Kendrick too, bitch. That's why you keep on getting your head blown off. And he sent it to Drake. Like, why is it that I can't give Daisy any money? Oh, well, I don't really know. And hung up. Why is it? Who's Daisy? What's this I'm hearing about virtual reality? Well, I don't really know. And hang up and shot. What the fuck are you still doing with that virtual reality 2 years later? Oh, I don't know really know about that. Hung up and shot. Thank you. So let me call down the Wakatazi High Priestess. Thank you, honey. You could charge it going. Someone just got around here. Yeah, hyper realistic water resistant. Yeah, you need this because this helps you form like all like as your hand and your arms are forming. Yeah, you put this on and then boom. Yes, and very lifelike. And then these can merge as like the skin layer. 3 types of layers. 3 layers in this because one of the chemicals we put a speech. 3 layers can so they know that this works because why? There we go. You expose something big before I expose something bigger. Like I said, I can do more. And you know that I can do more. And you know for a fact, and I, so now, out of speech, 3 layers can carry, it's like etheric, like etheric dev, like muscle, and then it wouldn't be bone, like etheric muscle, and then like cartilage. Because there's like a part of muscle that's not a muscle at all, and it's like basically like it's like a database where in the sacrum you're like what type of muscle you're, et cetera, et cetera. So muscle and then muscle, it's like muscle like function database. Like, oh, this your bones are supposed to like form out this way, and people who have MS and dystrophy, they're not telling them that. You just need a specific pill that you put in that goes into the molecular layer to like fix that, and then your bones like all unravel, and your body like, oh shit, like unravel all at once, like a flower, like, whoa. Right? So you would go like, oh, okay, like your body's kind of turned up. Like when it goes into your molecular layer, it unravels everything, and you're just like, like perfect function, like how you know how flowers like, what, right? Like, or they turn out like that. Oh yeah, I got hair under my arms, right? And you want to know what's really funny about that is I'm to hide. Just somebody on my legs because somebody went to go play with the flower, right? And that's like going throughout their day, they took a photocopy of that flower, an etheric one, and then they switched the way that the flower flows out. So instead of her flowing out like, it's like, fuck. And that's how you get crack, right? Because they carry psychedelics. And she sure for sure is a freak of the week. So now, let me get this started. Let me call down Guacatazi. That's just enough, right? Whoa. That's a high priestess. That's a brain. You better be careful disrespecting your elbow. The switch is the least of your practice. How dare we disrespect my name? Oh, the PDF. Tangela, fuck. For number 114, Tangela. Tangela. And she's so wretched because I bought her at a hardware supply store in Atlanta town, and they have like this really dope like it's like this type of like succulent. It's like a I can't remember like a bulb. Yeah, and they stole these from the Kitaгаnis. Excuse me. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I had one of these, and when she keeps on dropping, it just means like the environment is like tuning. So that means that there's like a radiation or a chemical, but I called her Tangela. Yeah, this was my old house, Tangela. Whoa, and that high priest is telling the truth. Thank you for stirring my house plants. I appreciate you. Tangela. Yeah, right. So let's bring down Tangela. She has something for molecular layers and like also like, whoa. Tangela's vines are used as herbs. You better be fucking careful running your mouth like that, bitch. About these Wakatazi, you don't know. You don't. She's aquatic. She carries a phytochemical, but an herb or plant, she's not really like into all of that. They talk to her friends though, right? And now something's gonna come out about Tangela into vagina, right? And a seminal herb called it was like for it's like tanglewood, Tangela. Ooh, and that just came up in because one of those officers in Atlanta got caught up having a high priestess amputated and tried to feed it to her baby daddy in jail. And he was like, "Oh shit, that nigga ate that shit up. Oh no," that he thought it was funny, and that's one of the reasons why he got killed. He was killed off Flowery Branch Road. Let's see. Woo, this shit is hot. My computer. We're still streaming. Let's keep on going. Just causing disruptions. I don't want to hear nothing else about him. Just make sure he gets shot, right? Well, why you? Whoa. She being cute. She want to have sex. Girl, knock it up. You know you can't have this, right? Your clunkler, just do that. Just start singing. Whoa, whoa. She'll know what I'm talking about. Nantucket, nah, Brad, Driscoll. Driscoll is a dry kiss. It's like your tear side, like drum queen, drum queen, drum queen, queen, queen. It's like a specific poison that you give somebody that like tampered with somebody severely in their health or body. Okay, thank you. A Driscoll is like also like Driscoll is Driscoll is whoa, Iroquois. Driscoll. Okay. So a Driscoll is basically like when the high priestess all have to get together to call on a specific force that kills somebody, like in a federation that has like, oh, she has like a body there and there and there. Go call Driscoll. She's gonna die everywhere. And if they call Driscoll, that means that it's time for you to go. So let me call Driscoll. And then there's like something over here. I have to talk to Amber Heard and Mountain View and Pine Ridge and Cedar Creek. Something's on this map of the cartel that somebody's gonna see. Williamsburg. See what's going on in Williamsburg in New York. Thank you, Rory. Please handle that. Lighthouse. Whoa. Something with Lighthouse and Lightfoot in Biscayne in Florida. Good bitch, you deserve it. And that was her. Those bodies in Biscayne. Thank you. And there's like a high-rise apartment in Biscayne Bay. Yeah, that's her doing all that bullshit. Oh, weird ass. You want to go play in Bonnie's office and starting all the shit. Shade water is something that she brings. It's like an environment of water around you that's hella dirty. And it's like you're living in a sewer constantly. You smell like one. Good. I mean, you're halfway there. So Chattahoochee and her coochie. Chattahoochee is like something that you give ratchet bitches that don't sit down. Give her that Chattahoochee or hit her with that hoochie wallet. Good. Now she wants to go suck and fuck. Now she's doing sex work. Good. Whoa. Whoa, hey. Right. So falling leaf. Holt's Claw. Holt's Claw is like something that you can actually get out of like the book. It's book number 123, Harry Potter. It's something that happened with Hufflepuff. But there's like something with a Holt's Claw or something like that that's gonna come up again. Somebody's gonna get caught up, and that has something to do with that fucking stupid ass diadem from Ravenclaw because they're the same house. Okay, good. There was something on here. Like Tanglewood. It was like a street. Well, we've seen it. South Lake Drive. They're from Southland. Southland is like a part of LA, but not Southland Mall. And that's how they cause drama in the cartel. Oh, they're from Southland. Okay, by the mall? Because I used to live across the street from Southland. Moonshadow, whoa, she's about to bring it. That's why it's a Star Command. That really? Let me tell you who I am. I like to cuss too. I'm grown though. You're not gonna come to my motherfucking house like that. Take off your shoes when you get out the door. Wipe your feet on that motherfucking rug and put on these damn socks I got them from the dollar store. I don't care about the cotton. Now sit down and tell me what the fuck you're doing in my hood, in my community. Yeah, that's how they talk. These flowers. Because they were always hood and not, but are really, really are. Whoa. People don't need to know those about themselves. They don't need to know that they're like running off. or no, Turner Road, Holland Drive, Tanglewood, Holland, and something with Hip Hop House and some white bitch playing games, Holland, and Art House. And after talks with Chris Brown, Tanglewood, yeah, Southern Delights. Something's gonna come up with this too. I think somebody needs to look at this. It's not it's not Forest Hills Grove. It's like something Grove, Forest First Grove or something like that. And that it's Prospect Park. I think it's a Prospect Park Music Festival. That's where a lot of people have seen me. Burris, have to talk to John Burris and people getting amputated. Thank you. That's what needed to come out. And Cheong biscuits and like shredding down people's like bones and their body into powder and mixing it up with like a flour for biscuits. Oh, their family likes to go here all the time. I don't really want to eat this. I have to talk to Ace Hardware, and Lisa Hammonds. Somebody's about to get clapped the fuck out playing like that. She's her arch nemesis playing with her. So let's look into Tangela. I'm gonna bring down 4 sets of spells, and that's really it for this. Thank you so much, you guys. Yeah, let me go bring that down, Tangela. She has like 4 sets of spells, and she just wants you to see. You get wrapped up in what you started. That's her favorite song. Caught up in the rapture of love. Whoa. Nothing else can compare. Whoa. Yeah. And that's how you basically, this her talking. That's basically how you put spells on these hoes, and then you get them home for the wrong nigga. And they'll just be like, okay, I'll leave my 6-figure job and I'll just start working. This is fine. Oh, my whole check? Okay. Because I really need the whole thing. He needs the whole thing. Whoa. Hanging by a string now, constant chaos. I'm not your plaything. Whoa, Kiki, yeah, whoa, yeah, that's young Kiki, yeah, it's fine, bitch. That's what that means. Yeah. Constant chaos. Oh, and wrapped up in what you started. Wrapped up what you started, and it like conjuncts amps and conjuncts amps, and then it goes into like specific function, like the opposite of square root. And it exponent on it. She exponed it on herself. Ooh, that's at ooh. I've exposed how somebody got pregnant by her daddy, bitch. In space, look at that in exponents. Yeah. And she thinks it's cute. Like, oh, I exponented myself. What do you mean? You mean you got in bed with 1 and 1 and then you said 2? Whoa, that's explosive. Whoa, and your mama right there. And she said, well, you're gonna see that I didn't even go there. I went beyond, and I went into exponents, and then I went into a square root when I dealt with you, and then I got right back into a portal function. And look at that, I did number exponents. I said 10 to 10. You just did basic exponents. That's how these bitches play in space. That's exactly how they play. And somebody got it. Well, they want to dive in it. Whoa, snatched, literally his soul. And that's another one, Tangela, soul snatcher. When I put down that cup and I put down that sword, I said, God wants me to do this a different way. I had no idea I'll be able to pick up that gun and shoot, and it's legal. Listen, soul snatcher. Oh yeah, there's another thing too. They'll be wrapped up in cases. They'll want to. That's the different one. And then Snorlax. She was actually related to like the like it's like a polar bear and like a grizzly bear plus another bear. It's like a Snorlax. That's not her like intelligence. So they just didn't want her to activate her warfare body, and she did. She here, yeah, bitch, come here. Whoa. Now 6 Mile, not 8 Mile, Detroit, where Eminem has a bunch of people's kids scored, right? Mm-hmm. Just pull out her teeth after talks of orthodontics and bones regrowing. Aha! Now, one of the things that I'm going to go ahead and do is, you guys know, like your bones, your teeth are on periodontal joints that allow your teeth to regrow, right? And that's how a child, your teeth can grow out, it can fall out, and like up until a certain age, your teeth can keep on regrowing. But then they had like a specific Alzheimer drug that, oh, it makes your teeth regrow. So there's actually something in there that I'm gonna pull on. For like it's like it's like 2 intelligences, amp for bones, and then periodontal, it's a periodontal intelligence. Yeah, to make their limbs regrow. Yeah, thank you. And that's why thank you. Thank you. They'll be wrapped up in cases and won't have time for you. Well, she will constantly be getting shot at and won't have time to start it. There'll be constant. She's on her way. Oh yeah, well, these are going to be used in court. So schizophrenic. Talk about Pokemon doing magic on you and you died in court. And please stop it. And an eagle crashed your plane and stole all your other planes to give it to the cartel. And then Orca stole your boat. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just can't entertain those type of talks. Those are explosive talks, right? They may end up in the 5150 aside. That's also a portal function. She will end up in it. Whoa. She will end up in it. She will dive in it. Whoa. Whoa. Let me get this 6 Mile, which is Sim Sleep. Sim Sleep. Sim Sleep. Sim Sleep. And this Sim Sleep is like, it invokes like a molecular layer that makes sure that magic gets through your asshole. They have one for airplanes, trains, and automobiles. Right? Oh, also colostomy bags, stuff like that. John is working on some stuff for organs, like, oh, you have to get a part of your stomach removed, or like, or even your uterus, a lot. You can do this. So for those of you guys with colostomy bags, we're going to be able to help you like get your stomach back, regrow it in like 2 days. Okay, you'll be fed through a feeding tube. We have to regrow like 3 different like functions so that you can be used to like solid food and like the transformation of solids into a nutrient form for the body. Okay, so that's another thing that we on with the all of a sudden with colostomy bags and wheelchairs. I saw that. I felt like that was the most treacherous thing that a Black person could do to another Black person. And for a minute, I could not stand it. I just couldn't understand why the fuck they're doing that. But we can stop it. So, right. Okay, good. Some sleep. Let's put that down. And ooh. Whoa. Well, you're gonna see this in court. You just, oh, please just wait. She's going to end up dodging it. You find out about this. What are you talking about? So, anyways, you guys, thank you so much. Woo, and she didn't. No, and exponent, you cubed yourself. This is the bridge that needed to be built between me and you for you to find out that you're going to get stabbed. Thank you. So, Chateau Music Group, what is that? They're involved too. You're nonsense. Look them up. Now Shab Moss, Blue Mountain Coffee, bitch. Whoa, Yanni and Huey Coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. Let me see. Leon, whoa. Leon Feed and Grain. Baby Daddy, don't buy that. Those grains are mixed with like fiberglass and other things and then repopulated. Like they like make it like that and like dehydrate them. Get these ones. Yamimi was telling you, get these ones. Setting down road. Whoa. Marseille. Yeah. Laying down tricks, baby. Okay, let me see. Hunter's View after Hunter's Point. Whoa, she's at Hunter's View Projects. All right, anyways, you guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.